Did the life you were living?
You're good?
No.
You're not good with yours? I thought you said it was worked over here. You're not on the first segment in the beginning anyway. You're good? I wonder if this is on. Huh?
It's a terrible connection. It's like,
John, you got to be able to hear, man.
What's
So
that?
take these Sonys.
Mine work.
You sure?
Mine is working fine. I'm trying to get this thing. That's what I'm trying to work.
shoot, this is really bad. I can't do it like this. It's like all staticky.
Sorry, Bruce.
These are better.
You know what the problem is? These things. This is the
The
problem.
ports.
Yeah.
Oh, those things.
These are the issues. Because some of them work staticky.
This has got a long cord, but sound's coming out of one ear.
Perfect.
So that might help.
That'd be great. You know what yours is?
Do you have any more of these, the ports?
Nah.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Did you wait for a sign or intervention divine?
I can't even tell if that one's on. If it's on, it's on.
What did you do when nothing showed up? Did you bury your head in the sand?
Sarah, I mean to call you. I gotta call you soon.
But gave up desire and passion and every last spark. From the seat of your soul, inscribed with your blood, take heed of this precious mark. Don't be afraid of its force or its power. Endorse who you've been from the start. Endorse who you have been from the start.
So good. And I promise I'll feature Bella again on my next episode. Unfortunately, it's time to wrap up the show. Time flies. I know. But the only thing I can say now is don't miss my next episode. And what else? Please don't forget, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And my handles are so easy to remember. It's just Yola Nash or Yola Nash Show. So until next time, stay well, be happy. I'm Yola Nash.
I've never been premenstrual in my life.
You're not PMSing.
Not right now. Don't believe us. Believe Yola. She's not gonna lie to you.
I never lie.
Exactly.
No,
Guys, don't forget this. Don't forget, I'm gonna say, how are you?
Grab us on social media, Twitter at 77 WABC Radio, Facebook like 77 WABC. The following program does not necessarily reflect the views of WABC Radio.
It's Saturday evening, time for Talking Sports. Here's your host, Jonathan Friedman.
It is Saturday evening, and we are talking sports right here on 77 WABC. I'm John Friedman. Bruce Clayton is on the other side of the glass. Bruce, how are you? Chuck is our call screener. Charles, what's happening? All is good. Lots to talk about in the next 2 hours. You bring it. We'll talk about it. Give us a call on the Gotta Go to Mo's call-in line at 800-848-WABC. That's 800-848-WABCmodels.com. Also, we're streaming the show. Go to WABCradio.com. Click on that red Listen Live button, and you'll get us on your mobile device, laptop, etc., and enjoy the show on the World Wide Web. Also, you can watch the show. We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Type in Talking Sports with Jonathan Friedman. It's public, it's live, it's right there. Lots to cover in the next 2 hours, including what's going on in Florham Park. JETS, we'll discuss. The PGA Championship is being played at Bethpage. We'll check out the leaderboard going into Sunday. The NBA and NHL conference finals, we'll take a look at that later in the show. And also later in the show, we'll talk with Steve Popper, who covers the beat for the New York Knicks for Newsday and for Newsday.com. Mets and Yanks. Chuck will keep us updated with scores and finals throughout Major League Baseball and the NHL. Your calls and a lot more. And speaking of calls, give us a call on the Gotta Go to Moe's call-in line at 800-848-WABC. That's 800-848-9222. Models.com. I just want to let you know tonight's show is brought to you by Fitness 1440 in Livingston, New Jersey. The owner, Rob Kumar, will call us later tonight, and we'll talk about his new exciting fitness place in Livingston, New Jersey. But tonight we're going to start off the show by Johnny's going to do a little bitching to you tonight. He's going to bitch a little bit about the New York Knicks fans. Now, how in the world do you come off expecting that you should, by far, get the number one seed or the number one pick in the draft from the lottery on Tuesday night? You know, New York has an entitlement. You know, and tell me, what is wrong with the 3 pick? Pretty darn good pick. If you can't make the 3 pick work, then my gosh, you should just right downstairs here at the Garden, you should close shop, close the doors, and get out. You know, New York used to be considered the Mecca of basketball. It's not the Mecca of basketball anymore, not even close. Matter of fact, for teams that come into Madison Square Garden, they could party all night the night before, and it's the easiest place in the NBA to come out with a victory. So, you know, it's not the Mecca anymore. St. John's stinks. The Knicks stinks. It's just not considered the Mecca. And for New York Knicks fans to get all uptight because you didn't get the number 1 pick, my gosh, you're number 3. You can't make it work, the number 3 pick. You're scouting. It's a deep draft. You should easily be able to find. It also gives you flexibility. You're able to take that number 3 pick if you want, trade it to somebody maybe behind you that has 2 picks, i.e., example, the Atlanta Hawks are at the 8th and 10th spot. A lot of options. So this arrogance with New York, you're not any good. The Knicks just aren't any good. So you're building, I understand that. Now, you could become the Mecca in the offseason if Kevin Durant comes and Kyrie Irving comes, and we'll see what happens from that. But there's just this attitude of arrogance that how could the NBA or whatever, how could that ball not fall in our lap? And I don't know. It kind of drives me crazy. And then in Florham Park over the last week, what is going on there? Now, I don't understand. Now, GMs come and go in the NFL. They come and go, and it's a win-now league. We all know that. But, you know, I'm kind of confused. I'm assuming that Adam Gates ran the draft for them because, you know, your GM, Mike McCagan, got fired this week after the draft. So my guess would be is that, you know, Gates has had total control of this thing. Chuck, help me here. What's your team doing there? I mean, what's going on in Florham Park? Wait a minute, no, let's stop. Let's stop it. He drafted you a pretty darn good quarterback. What? All right. Now, the year before, you got a pretty good defensive lineman, if I'm correct. Yeah. All right. And this guy that you got this year, not too shabby. And now I hear the Gates didn't like that he signed. Now I can understand that part of spending a lot of money on Bell because running backs, running backs as rookies, by the way, it's the easiest position in the NFL to play. You see a hole and you go, right? So they could have maybe drafted a running back or whatever. They let the guy go to Oakland, by the way, that former Georgia Bulldog who, by the way, tore his Achilles tendon, by the way. But, you know, it's easy to question. He's still a great running back, by the way, whether you paid him. Yeah. So, you know, there's some internal things going on. Those two don't get along with each other. I can buy into that. That's okay. I'm just wondering, like, why'd you keep him around during the draft? I just don't get that. He's a silver spoon kind of guy. They're not selling that team. They make too much money. They're not selling that team. Well, right. That's what I don't understand. Why are you doing it now or whatever? Do you think Gates' eyes scared him and they just didn't get along? Okay. Are we supposed to get all the elements in like one off season kind of thing, or do you build your ball club? Well, done something. So it's all about that it fell in his lap, and that's it. I can give you GMs that are still working in this league that have had some really bad ones. You know the Giants would like to do that over again. Mm. Now let's just shift gears for a second. Am I right about this Nick thing? There's this thing of how could we not have gotten the number one ball? Oh, they're whining. They're just whining. Very good. Yeah, he's going to be a rookie. Right. So I'm saying this is not a next year thing. Now, if you end up getting some free agents and, using cap space, and right, I mean, that's a different story. But, just this. And by the way, it's not the Mecca of basketball anymore. It's just not. Road teams, when they see it on the calendar, oh, we're going to New York. Not only are we going to win, we get to party till 5 a.m. the night before. All right, so in studio with us tonight is my man Jeff Lax. Is Jeff's mic on by any chance there? I don't know if his mic is. Say something, Jeff. It is on. So Jeff Lax is my buddy. He's going to join us tonight. We're going to get to him. Jeff, a big Giants fan, a big Mets fan, but he's also the master of crank calls. And what's so funny is he's a professor at Kingsborough College, and he's got a little immaturity of them like Johnny does.
Yes, I do. That's correct.
And that's going to come up in the beginning, probably in the second hour. We'll try to get that a little later in this hour, but get ready to laugh because when Jeff does these things, I know my belly. I had him on my car this week, and I laughed so hard. People looking at me on the left side of my car, on the right side of my car. What's wrong with that guy? There's nobody else in his car. Why is he laughing like this? So anyway, all right, so let's take a quick break. There we go. And when we get back, we're looking for, I guess we'll hear from Marty. And what do you think, Marty? We got Major League Baseball. We got the NFL. We got NBA. We got the NHL. We got it all tonight. You're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening with me, John Friedman. Give me a call on the Gotta Go to Mo's call-in line at 800-848-WABC. We'll be right back.
WABC,
Wow.
where New York comes to talk. Wake up weekdays with Bernie and Sid in the morning. Good morning, gentlemen. Then at 10 a.m., Ryan Kilmeade. More good news. At noon, it's the all-new Curtis and Juliet.
You think that we're actually surprised by strange comments like that, but we're not.
At 3, it's Ben Shapiro. At 6 p.m., Mark Levin.
WABC.
WABC, go. I like him, by the way. You ever heard him? Mark Levin.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah.
WABC, go.
This is so boring.
New York comes to talk. 77 WABC.
In matters of faith, everything matters. This is Rabbi Joseph Potasnik from Religion Online.
Potasnik is on before Sid. This guy
Potasnik
is on before Sid in the morning, Sunday.
Oh, he is?
Rabbi Potasnik, yeah.
And now it's time for it's time for the Rev and the Rabbi. Remember, in Hebrew, we read from right to left, so it's the Rabbi and the Rev. I don't know about that. We'll discuss that. All right, we've got it. Join us for the Rev and the Rabbi, Sunday mornings from 8 to 9 on 77 WABC.
All right, we're back. We're talking sports on a Saturday evening. Give us a call on the Gotta Go to Mo's call-in line at 800-848-WABC. That's 800-848-9222. Models.com. All right, I think we've got Marty S. who's coming to us. Brought to you by B&B Metro Insurance. For all of your insurance needs, go to bnbmetro.com. Marty S., what's happening? And a good luck to you. Well, why don't you do it? You gotta love I like the love and the lucrative. Yeah. Oh, come on now. Come on now. What's happening? All right, you got it. Mm-hmm. What did as teams or well, give me one. Read it to me one more time. Right. All right. Well, the first thing I'm going to say is losing right now. Does it? Because I guess they're just bad decisions. Okay. Yeah.
And of course, we have Jeff Wilpon, the moron son of Freddie Wilpon, probably throwing him into the business because he's not confident. So what do you think of that? Do you think there should be a rule that to own a sports team, you have to at least have gone to work one day, even if it means working one day at Trader Joe's?
So it can be Starbucks, it can be any of those places. That's called that. You know what that's called? That's called silver spoons.
Silver spoon. So what do you think? So don't you think you got to go to work? How do the rest of us relate to people who don't do anything? Christopher Johnson. Look at that guy. Gives a man $100 million. Lets him run his draft board. Draft, and then fires him.
Well, wait. Do you think that the coach did the draft?
Well, let me ask you a question. When he gets on TV, the coach had nothing to do with the draft. They said he was hiding like behind people, so he wouldn't even be in the camera shot.
That's because of his eyes.
His eyes. He looks like a mental patient, doesn't he?
He's scary. He's not running.
He's a scary man. But don't you think that's kind of odd? Like these people don't work. Don't you think there's a connection somewhere?
Yeah, I would think that maybe that would help in your decision making.
Yeah, well, you know what their biggest decisions in life are?
What's that?
Like what time to get up in the morning.
What time to go to the gym? What time to go to the gym?
What time to go to the gym? Pilates.
Hot yoga.
Jimmy Dolan with his moronic rock music. Does he know his music's crap?
Yeah, wait. Now he works. He's in a band.
Yeah, but it's a crummy band. You ever hear his music?
No, is it any good? Does he play an instrument?
I don't know. I think he plays a guitar, but I have 5 grandchildren.
Oh, speaking of that, I'm glad you brought it. A mazel tov to you became another grandfather this week.
I did.
And as I told you earlier, I'm coming Tuesday. I'm not going to a Minion, but I'm coming. I'm assuming you're going to have some bagel and lox for me.
We're going to have the bagels, the lox, the French toast station.
Nice.
And the omelets and everything.
Beautiful.
But ironically, I have to go back to work.
And so do I.
Can you imagine Christopher Johnson coming? What does he say? I have to go back to what?
He said, "Man, I just ate a lot of lox and bagels. I got to go back. I'm going to the gym."
I'm taking a nap. I'm going to get up and I'm going to fire my GM. Then I'm going to have the mental patient coach that I just hired run the team. And then, of course, we got Jimmy Dolan, who's going to screw up the whole Knicks. But Durant's going to meet him and is going to say, "What am I doing here?" Right? The guy's going to. Why would he want to play with that
come here. And Kyrie, who's mentally ill anyway, is going to be another mental patient. And Jimmy Dolan, they're going to like go at each other.
And if Kyrie was to come here, and you never want any kind of injuries or any of that kind of thing, but the Knicks, that would include their bad luck.
Yeah, but I got to say, I was thinking, by the way, I have another opinion. This might be off sports a little.
Yeah.
I think if people who don't work, they shouldn't vote. If you don't, you don't vote. What do you think of that? If you never worked one day in your life, why do you get to vote?
In Florida, by the way, Jeffrey, I don't know if you know, in Florida right now, they're trying to pass when you come out of prison that you are able to vote.
Yeah, don't get me
Oh,
started.
so that means we can have the Unabomber voting. What do you think the Unabomber is voting for?
We got a crazy place, don't we?
Yeah, well, by the way, you got a crazy station. You got the drug addict, boarding host.
Oh, that's mean.
Come on, those are good guys.
That's
Those are
mean.
good guys, Marty. Sid's a good guy.
What's that?
Sid's a good guy. He's reformed.
Okay, he's reformed.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah, okay, I believe you. I don't know. I don't know. We got people. You work very hard, Jonathan, but he's a good guy. But anybody have an opinion in that studio about the owners?
I agree with you, by the way. I've never thought of it that way, but it's true. They're all silver spoon kind of guys.
Wait a second. Did the Steinbrenners work? Weren't they born?
Well, he didn't
Steinbrenners?
mention. No, he didn't mention the Yankees.
But that's my point. He's saying they can't succeed unless they work. The Steinbrenners are born Steinbrenners.
No, but they worked though.
Steinbrenner went bankrupt. He went to work because
Yeah.
No,
Remember, he was in the
Hank.
shipping business
What
before.
the hell and Hank?
What do they do? What do they do every day? Hal and Hank.
Right, what do they do?
Except they have a good GM though.
Yeah, but they don't work.
No, but they have a good GM.
They have a good GM, Cashman. Yeah, so I guess that's
Gettleman is no Cashman.
Oh,
No, Gentleman's no Cashman. Gentleman, I heard he's the laughing stock of the league. Daniel, that was last week's conversation.
Yeah, don't. You got to start here with Jeff here with the Jew for Jesus thing too.
You're revving me up with Gentleman.
Who's that?
I have my fun co-host tonight.
I'm your biggest fan, Marty. I keep telling John that you're the best.
His name's Jeff, right?
Yeah.
He wouldn't let me on, Jeff.
Yeah, you're the best. I love your calls every week. I love it.
When you're hanging at the Jersey Shore at the beach, you're not schlepping into Manhattan.
Hold it, Jeff, you Jew? He wouldn't let another Jew on.
Yeah.
Well, I converted. That's how he let me on. You got to work on it. Come on, man.
You got to work on the conversion, huh?
First, you got to go to bnbmetro.com, and then you got to convert. Those two things, you're on the air, man.
Then I'm on.
Yeah, BNB Metro. Come on.
What do you think of that owner thing? Other than
I disagree strongly.
Even with the Mets and everything.
Yeah, definitely. I disagree because of Hal and Hank. I think the Yankees. You can't knock the Yankees, can you? But they don't work.
No, but they let Cashman run the baseball.
Well, who hired Cashman?
George.
Well, by that time, come on. By that time already, George was kind of out the door.
Hold it, Jeff. Let me ask you. Do you have a job during the week?
Barely.
Tell them what you do.
I'm the chair of the business department at Kingsborough.
Okay, so you go to work every day. You meet people every day that they do stuff, right? They go to school, then they work.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Don't you think people who work know how to make decisions? I mean, people who don't work, how do they know how to make a decision?
I think you have to know who to hire. Gettleman doesn't know, who to hire. The Giants don't know who to hire. I meant to say.
So what do the Mets do? What do? They hire the best looking guy, Roach. Look at their hires.
No, the Mets hire the cheapest guy available.
Who would hire Mickey Callaway?
They hired that was probably the cheapest manager available.
$875,000. Really? But who would hire him?
The Mets.
Who would hire Phil Jackson? Who would hire Phil Jackson to be the general? And Isaiah Thomas.
Who signs a 36-year-old second baseman to a $20 million a year contract?
And he doesn't run to first. And he doesn't run to first
And he
base.
doesn't run to first base on a ground ball.
But that was his client.
That's true. That is true. It's his client.
So you're at the college, right? So you're president of the college. You're hiring you. You don't know how to do what your job is.
No, I know my job.
You know your job.
I do.
The guy who hires you works. The president of the school. So the president of the school didn't work. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Yeah, but I think there are good teams and bad teams around sports with owners who.
Look at the good teams. They're all run by people who work. Look at Martha Blank. Look at Humphrey himself. Right?
Artie Blank.
Artie Blank. They do. How about Golden State? Run by hedge fund guys, right?
Yep.
All of them. How about the Portland trailblazers from Microsoft.
Yep. It's a great point. One I never thought about.
This is an academic paper, Marty. We got to get a professor at my college to work on this.
All right, Marty, both of you. I got to move for news here. So, Marty, yeah. I got news on the top of the hour here from ABC or NBC, one of them. I got required.
Marty, good buff, Marty. Good buff. Good buff. Or as we say, Shavua Tov.
Marty, it's great to talk to you. I'll see you on Tuesday. You got it, buddy. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you. That's Marty. What do you think, Marty? Brought to you by B&B Metro Insurance. For all your insurance needs, go to bnbmetro.com. Can I get some Modell's music? Save big every week in Modell's. Visit your local store for special unadvertised deals. Shop all kinds of styles from brands you love like Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, Champion, Unipro, and much more. Are you an athlete gearing up for the season? We've got you covered for every sport. Whether it's your first time playing or you're a seasoned veteran like Johnny, Modell's is the place to go. But wait, what about professional sports? Don't worry, we've got you covered there too. Whether you're the casual or diehard sports fan, we've got jerseys, tees, hats, and much more. Modell's, you gotta go to Mo's. All right, how many minutes, Bruce, we got before a break here? What do I got? I got 6 minutes. All right, I'll tell you what. Let's go to, can we go to Rob? Let's go to Rob Kumar. Rob Kumar and Fitness 1440 is a new sponsor of the show. And Rob, welcome to Talking Sports on a Saturday night. What's happening, buddy?
Hey, thanks, Jonathan. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you, and thank you for sponsoring us. And tonight's show is brought to you by Fitness 1440. Hey, Rob, tell us about your new place in Livingston.
Have a full body 24 minute circuit called Target 24. It will be unlike anything you've ever done. You get a complete entire full body workout, 24 minutes and in and out, and you can feel great leaving. Also along with that, we got a lot of great classes, so we don't have any excuses here at the gym. If you're not feeling great, come on in. We'll get you motivated. We'll leave you feeling feeling great and leave it with a smile. And we got some great shakes and smoothies at our smoothie bar as well for you. So you can always keep that healthy lifestyle going.
Let me tell you something. I came over there this week. I printed out a 3-day pass. I think I got a few connections to get in there over there. So I came over there and got my butt kicked. And it's hard to kick Johnny's butt. And I got my butt kicked by one of those trainers over there. And then I'm watching your wife over there. She's benching 180, embarrassing me.
That definitely have great certifications, but they're just really great at motivating people, making sure you're feeling tired, you're feeling like not weak or whatever. They will get you and put you in the zone and make you feel great. That's what they're there for. They instruct their classes. We have great HIIT classes, body sculpt. We have Zumba. We have yoga. We have it all. So come check out our website, fitness1440nj.com, and stop on in for a free trial.
That's great. If you live in Livingston, East Hanover, West Orange, Roseland, it's the place to go. And I always tell people, and Jeff, how I feel about this. When I don't allow just sponsors to come on this show, if I don't believe in your product, I have integrity. Everybody knows I'm in the ad business, and I got to believe in your product. And I totally believe in you guys. And the place is clean. I'm a kind of guy, I like a clean shower after I work out. The place was just great. The staff was unbelievable. And actually, I just can't wait. I'm going to do my bike ride tomorrow. I'll do a walk with my wife, and then I'm heading over to get my butt kicked later tomorrow afternoon.
That's good. That's what we like to hear. We got some great classes happening tomorrow. It's on a Sunday, so there's no excuses. We still have our classes going. And like you said, thank you. I appreciate it. My wife is OCD clean freak, so that gym will be spotless from day one till whenever. Until 10 years from now. So.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, we're going to get you some people there, and thank you so much for sponsoring. That's what's bringing us here tonight, and I appreciate it. So, Rob, all the best to you, and we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thanks, Tom.
You got it. All right, we'll take a quick break. We got news on the top of the hour. You're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening, Sunday morning with me, John Friedman. We got Bruce, we got Izzy, we got Chuck, we got Jeff. We got a lot to do tonight. Give us a call on the Gotta Go to Moves call-away line at 800-848-WABC. We'll be right back.
77 WABC with the new Bernie and Sid in the morning. Mark Levin.
The reason why Pelosi, Nadler,
That was fun with Marty, huh? Did you have a good
I
time?
thought it went well.
because obstruction is
They
the
had a good
worst
thing
thing
going
to
on.
do. They had to change the narrative,
Pays-
ladies and gentlemen,
pays
because
good money.
now they're going to say, well, it doesn't
Well, the
matter.
B&B, you know that.
Did you like what I did there? B&B mentioned that?
Beautiful.
Huh?
Are you hearing?
Yeah.
Day in and day out. He wants to self-impeach.
The great one, Mark Levin. Weeknight 6 to 9 before John Bachelor.
Now on Echo devices.
77 WABC. New podcasts are up now. It's Juliet Unexpected.
I'm Juliet Huddy. You may know me from television. The thing is, I'm anything but conservative. Get ready to experience things you've never experienced, never expected either. I'm Juliet Unexpected.
All new and all good. New episodes every week. Subscribe now. OGPodcastNetwork.com and WABCRadio.com. From the BX's own AOC to a mayor that is MIA. From Park Slope. The 411 is all about 77. Damn good insight. It's what NYC is talking about. It's like no other place you've been on the planet. BMTA. On the commuter. It's about MS-13 on LI. It is completely out of control. And NJP. The service was horrible with local hosts who
You good, Jeff?
2020.
I can't tell if you can hear this thing.
That's why you want to stop disorder. Don't be SOL.
So you can hear this. Good.
I heard it through your mic. You were holding
No,
it
I know,
up.
but I do hear it, so I don't have to do that.
BNGDiet.com studios, 77 WABC.
Beautiful. I love that.
Know
Thanks, man.
your humiliation.
This one?
Yeah.
A Saudi call for summits. I'm Evan Haining. There were tornadoes in Texas and Oklahoma today, and many people in plain states are scrambling for cover tonight. Meteorologist Ivan Cabrera says there's more severe weather to come.
Tomorrow, the area expands to the north and expands to the east. I think even D.C. is in the crosshairs for the potential of strong storms. I just don't think tomorrow will be the kind of outbreak we've had the last couple of days.
Kansas is getting drenched tonight, and the Storm Prediction Center says next week Kansas will be the place where it will rain more often than not. Saudi Arabia's King Salman is asking Gulf and Arab leaders to convene emergency summits to discuss the implications of this week's attacks against the kingdom and neighboring United Arab Emirates.
The ministry announced the May 30th meetings in Mecca on Twitter. 4 commercial ships were sabotaged off the coast of the United Arab Emirates
My
last
plan is
Sunday.
to play both of them,
later,
but I'm
drones
going to
attacked
try.
oil
But the first one, we're going to go with Ohio
installations
State. So
west of the
we'll
Saudi capital,
do after.
A senior
We're gonna have
official
Chuck
says
give us
Saudi
a score
Arabia will
update,
do its best to avoid
and then
war
we're
in the
going to
region, but stands ready to
score
respond
update,
with
then we're
all
going to go to my
strength and
Steve Popper interview,
determination.
which is pre-recorded.
Bill
I did that
Michaels,
yesterday.
Washington.
A victory
Go to
at the
that,
Preakness
and then I'll
Stakes.
come back.
Westwood One
I'll
Sports'
talk to
Larry
you.
Cole
Well, I
has
might,
made
if
the
a call
call.
comes in, I'll take a call. Not.
Down to the 16 pole front. In front by 2 lengths late. I like Church from launching Everfast and inside 2, but nothing stood in his way. For a will, won the Preakness.
I can't.
It was Everfast and a
How-
photo with Owendale, followed by Warriors
I don't think it was the best
Hall
one.
of Fame jockey
No,
John
it's just funny,
Velazquez
the
was
one where
thrown
I used to say,
Express
okay,
just
that
out
one.
the starting gate. Well, he's okay. The horse kept going, even did an extra lap around the Pimlico track. The Netherlands triumphed at the Eurovision Song Contest in Tel Aviv, Israel. Duncan Lawrence received rapturous applause after performing his song Arcade. I'm Evan Hayner.
Moments I have ever witnessed. The excitement. Just have to suck on headshots. It's the PGA Championship at Bethpage. Go inside the ropes on Sid Sports Sunday. Live from the first tee at the final round. It's like that when the PGA Championship comes to town. 77 WABC. The following program does not necessarily reflect the views of WABC Radio. It's Saturday evening. Time for Talkin' Sports. Here's your host, Jonathan Friedman.
All right, we're back. We're talking sports on a Saturday evening. I'm John Friedman. We got Izzy behind the glass. We got Jeff here as our guest host with me. We've got Chuck as our call screener. Matter of fact, Chuck, why don't you get us updated on what's out there going on in Major League Baseball, and I think the NHL and the NBA?
All right, John. Well, there's no hockey tonight.
No hockey.
The Bruins swept the Hurricanes. So over in the NBA, the Trailblazers are currently now losing to the Warriors 77-76.
Wow.
Now over in the MLB, the Pirates have a 6-2 lead over the Padres at the bottom of the seventh. Angels up 2-0 over the Royals in the fourth. Diamondbacks are down 2-0 to the Giants in the top of the third. Twins are all over the Mariners 7-0 top in the top of the third. Earlier today, Tampa beat the Yankees 2-1 in 11. White Sox beat the Blue Jays 4-1 in a rain-shortened 5-inning game. Cardinals all over the Rangers 8-2. Phillies over the Rockies 2-1. Indians over the Orioles 4-1. Athletics over the Tigers 4-1. Reds blanked the Dodgers 4-0. Marlins blanked the Mets 2-0. Nationals over the Cubs 5-2. Astros won again 7-3 over the Red Sox. And your Atlanta Braves beat the Brewers 4-3 in 10.
The Atlanta Braves are rolling right now. You seen this Riley? This
Riley?
Yeah.
Hell of a player.
Oh my God! Can't get him out.
And also, I forgot to mention, in the Preakness today, War of Will.
Yeah, I saw that. That's good. And I believe also, what's his name there? Yeah, I was going to say Koepka. Koepka. Yep. He's got a 7-stroke lead. All right, let me give you some NBA news and notes there. You saw where the guy left Michigan, John, is it Beeline? He left and went to Cleveland. But I don't know, you want to go to Cleveland? He won't be there in his 5-year. Yeah, but his 5-year deal, he's not going to make it through 5 years there. He had a good thing going on in Michigan there. He had a really good thing there. And you saw that the Lakers found their puppet in Frank Vogel to be their head coach. And then you see the rumors that the 70 and the rumors that Ben Simmons they would trade Ben Simmons to the Lakers for LeBron. First of all, only a rumor. And by the way, why would the 76ers do that? You know, the expectations on the 76ers, they played a Toronto team that's a veteran ball club that has gotten to a point of, they've had some disappointments in the NBA playoffs in the past where that's part of the process. And they're at the level. Now they're struggling. We'll see what happens tomorrow with Milwaukee. Milwaukee's unbelievable. If Mike Budenholzer goes to an NBA Finals after he didn't take my team to an NBA Finals, I'm not going to be happy about that. But, that would be such a panic move for Philadelphia to even think about that. Yeah, well, that series isn't over. Let's see what happens when it goes to Toronto now. I know they're up 2-0, but, going on the roads is a very difficult thing to do. So, anyway, and we'll talk more about the Jets and the what's going on with them later. We'll also take a look at some Major League Baseball news. And we'll talk a little bit more about the Jets. Also, did you know, and I didn't get an update, my man Ric Flair, who we will get on this show. I told you at our last place, we're going to get him. Was in an Atlanta hospital this week, but I understand I think it was from a procedure he needed to have done, because he has a roast next week in California or something like that, that it ended up, it was not an emergency. Now, I haven't listened to TMZ. They usually they usually have the pulse on that, but that's not the case. So, or I haven't heard it yet. So we'll find out what's happening with that. But, you know, Rick, you got to get better, because when you're in New York, you kind of come in studio here. Johnny has to talk a little wrestling with you. All right. Anyway, also, let's talk about a little bit about my friend Stephen I. Fried, who, have you been hurt in an injury in a car accident or a construction accident? Have you had a slip and fall accident? Has a relative been involved in a nursing home abuse? With over 25 years experience in personal injury law, the offices of Stephen I. Fried has won millions of dollars for their clients. And best of all, there's no cost to you unless you win or settle your case. Get the personal attention you need with your injury case with Stephen I. Fried, with offices in Manhattan and the Bronx. Visit the law offices of Stephen I. Fried online at siflaw.com. That's siflaw.com, or give them a call at 212-964-5777. That's 212-964-5777. Stephen I. Fried, New York's premier personal injury attorney. All right, let's take a quick break. And when we get back, Steve Popper of Newsday. He covers the beat for the New York Knicks for Newsday and Newsday.com. He also covers the NBA. We got a lot more to do tonight. We got good prank calls from Jeff coming up, too. Can't wait to make you laugh, because I'm going to laugh a lot. You're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening with me, John Friedman. We got Izzy behind there also. Give us a call at 800-848-WABC. We'll be right back.
What do you think, Marty, is sponsored by Brown & Brown Metro? They do insurance, from homeowners, automotive, workers' compensation, business insurance, group health, casualty, and life insurance. Visit Brown & Brown Metro on the web at bbmetro.com or give them a call at 973-549-1900. Visit Brown & Brown Metro on the web at bbmetro.com or give them a call at 973-549-1900. Brown & Brown Metro is a proud sponsor of What Do You Think, Marty? Automated Diagnostic Services of Whippany, New Jersey is in the heart of Morris County, and it's your dedicated family neighborhood automotive repair service. At the corner of Jefferson and Parsippany Roads in Whippany, they fix engine performance issues, brakes, tune-ups, suspension work, and all general auto repairs. Your car's important to you, and they know it. Go to adsautomotive.com. That's adsautomotive.com. Or give them a call at 973-887-0679. ADS is a proud sponsor of Talking Sports.
Many doctors in the U.S. and Canada have chosen the Back Institute for their own care. Experts in non-traumatic spine surgery. No cutting, no bleeding, no drilling, no scarring. Offices in New York City, Philadelphia, and every else. BackInstitute.com offers information about new non-traumatic techniques. Visit Back Institute online at BackInstitute.com. Give them a call at 800-956-6724. That's 800-956-6724. Back Institute, award-winning spine surgeons and physicians.
That's the one thing.
So Michael Cohen's going.
Hey guys, coming back to you about.
No, you don't have to go to me. You're going to go right to Popper.
Kosher meals.
Yep.
There's a country club, tennis, basket. That's
That's
what I'm
8 minute
saying.
interview.
Why don't we go there? I'm going to
You
get a
interview,
tax fraud.
interview.
I don't want to bother him.
No, he's not.
Does he work for ABC too?
Yeah.
Now on Echo devices.
77 WABC.
My friend would take me to watch a game last night. The football.
No, wrong thing, guys. Wrong thing, guys. Steve Popper.
So you understand my problem.
No.
What do you mean?
What's that got to do with your application?
Wrong thing, guys. Cut that. Cut that. Hit the stop button. All right. That's funny. All right, so Jeff, come back in here. We'll fix these production issues. Come back in here. We get Jeff back in here as the king of crank calls, right? All right, come on back in here. All right, so Jeff, put your mic on. So Jeff, what I want you to do is I want you to, and our audience is going to really love this, I want you to set this call up. Now, Jeff is, as I told you earlier, he's a professional, he's a professor at Kingsborough College, smart guy, but he's a little immature like me. And, you know, like I like to call a taxi to the neighbor and watch him knock on the door and they're like, what's going on? Right? Jeff likes to make prank calls and he has these great voices, whatever. So set us up here on this one about Ohio State.
This is one of my favorite ones. I'm so glad you picked this one. I thought I was going to have a bathroom break just now, but that didn't happen. Anyway, this is a great job. I tried to get into Ohio State. I was playing this foreign character. The inspiration was Ali G, Sacha Baron Cohen, one of my all-time favorite comedians.
Yeah.
He's hysterical, and he has, his character Borat inspired me to do a similar character from a made-up country. The country doesn't exist that I made up, and I'm trying. And this is, by the way, this call was the day after Ohio State lost the championship game,
right,
2 years ago.
Yeah,
and I wanted to see whether is it easier to get in now that they lost that big game. That's the premise of the call.
All right, so Izzy, are we ready to hit that from the beginning there? Are we ready to hit that? That call, the one you hit just a little while ago? We ready? All right, so let's hit it.
Very good, and then at the end they lose by a lot.
Yes.
So you understand my problem?
No.
What do you mean?
What's that got to do with your application process?
Is my chance better now that team lose by a lot of points?
That has nothing to do with your.
Where I come from, when sport team does not do well, people get better chance to get in.
That has nothing to do with your admissions process.
But in my country, I can kick very.
You're in America.
Yes,
this is not the way we do the process.
Maybe you not understand because my English is not so good.
I do understand what you're asking me, and no, it's not going to make any difference whether we won or lost the football game.
But you did lose.
Whether they will reconsider.
But you lost.
You're correct.
Yes, so I am correct. So let us discuss this.
I'm not going to discuss a football game. I'm an admissions person.
You make it sound as if I was rooting against school. I was not.
Would you like to talk to one of our counseling staff? Hello, this is Jacqueline. May I get your last name, please?
Mushu.
Please spell it.
Mushew, squiggle.
Are you here in the United States?
No, but when I watched the game yesterday, I think maybe now it is easier to get in.
Okay, the game has nothing to do with academics.
That is not how it works in my country.
But this is not your country.
When I see game, I was sad that they lose, and I can help team very much.
Well, first of all, like all students, they have to apply to the university.
But they never tackle 3 goats at one time, and I am able to lift entire camel at one shot.
Well, congratulations. However, that has nothing to do.
Are my chances improved now that team lose?
No.
This I do not.
Because it has nothing to do with.
And I will not even leave when I graduate. I will stay forever.
I highly commend you, but in this country, there are precedents that are set.
I do not want to be president. I
didn't say president. I'm talking about the order of how things are done.
The president does not know the order, but that is not my concern. I am concerned.
We're not talking about the president.
You say president does not have order, and I do not care about the war or anything political.
I'm not talking about anything political.
Camel I can lift is 300 pounds, and goats, 3 goats that I tackle, each at least 150.
Sir, being able to tackle goats or lift camels is not going to help you be admitted to the university. What type of degree do you want?
Mogaista.
What do you do with Mogaista?
Yeah, very good. Have you ever been to Mushu before?
No, but it sounds like a very interesting country.
Yes, you speak very nicely.
Why, thank you. So what do you do when you are studying for Mogaista?
It is all sorts of different equipment. For example, operate can opener, operate microwave, operate vacuum cleaner. We just get that recently.
Oh, okay. So it's learning minor mechanics?
It's not minor in my country.
Okay, I understand.
And I know how to operate every single one. I can operate vacuum, can opener, garbage disposal, and battery.
Okay. Are you here in the United States?
For the purpose of this conversation, yes.
What do you mean for the purpose of this conversation? When are you looking to come here to start school?
Later this week, maybe Thursday or Friday.
Okay, you can't start school like that.
Well, I can start Saturday if it is better for you.
No, it doesn't work like that. If they find you invisible, they'll send you a letter saying, congratulations.
You are now guaranteed that I will get admitted.
No, I cannot guarantee.
You just say you will get letters saying congratulations.
No,
right?
I was telling you that.
Oh, I hear what you say, though.
Okay, but see, I don't want you to just take pieces of what I'm saying.
But you say congratulations.
It is not fair to you. It is not fair to the university.
But
I
said
said,
congratulations.
I said, if you are admitted, you will get a letter saying congratulations.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, listen.
You're
good.
not understanding.
Quick question. Where on application should I put my qualifications with camel and goats?
There's a section in there that asks you if you want to write a personal statement. Write it in there.
I should write my experience with tackling and lifting.
Whatever you're comfortable with putting.
This will help me get in.
To be honest with you, no.
Well, then why you tell me to put in?
Okay. We also look at your extracurriculars.
Yes, I can use can opener.
You can add that in if you want to. We will review your file, then a decision letter will be mailed to you.
And it will say congratulations.
No.
Congratulations. You are a student. We congratulate you, Gomez. Welcome.
No, Gomez. I'm not telling you.
Gomez.
As I said,
Gomez.
What you want to do.
Gomez.
My apologies. Gomez.
Yes.
Now, as I said.
Congratulations, Gomez.
Gomez? No. That is not how it is. There is no definite yes, no definite no.
But most probably
2 minutes
yes,
out, guys.
Because of my qualifications that we speak
Until
about.
we receive your qualifications,
Because
no decision is going to be made.
I do not like to speak, how do you say, over exuberant.
Okay.
But I think I love you very much.
You've just had a very good conversation with me.
But you spent so much time with me.
But that's what I'm here for.
I love you very much.
You have a good day.
That's all you will say back?
Yes. Unfortunately, that's all you get.
Are you married?
Now that's personal.
Only common that men would be insecure about such things.
Well, see, you have to understand, in our country, we're not that forthcoming.
But we talked for a very long time.
But see, this is part of my job. I enjoy talking and helping.
You enjoy talking to me?
And helping people that call.
So you enjoy.
For everyone. That calls that I talk to.
Deep down.
1 minute out.
You mean more than most people?
No, Gomez.
You tell me where to put tackling goat and lifting camel onto application. You tell me how to go for a major where I can make use of can opening skills.
That's what I'm supposed to do.
Very quickly, I will just leave you my cell phone number, and then we will talk later in the evening. Yes, it is like new technology. You walk around with battery and then maybe when I come out, we can go and get raw fish, how it's called. Yeah.
Gomez, I don't go out.
I am not student yet. Exactly. It is what?
That means it is possible that you will become.
But I can operate all sorts of machinery inside kitchen, everything.
Okay. Good luck.
Yes, also you good luck and good luck with.
Bye-bye.
Yes.
Jeff, how do you not laugh while you're doing this?
If you listen really closely, pump up the volume, there are many times where I actually do start laughing. I have to turn away from the phone. I got to muffle it. I bite my tongue. So it does happen. In that clip, I actually noticed the first time that I am laughing. I just try to hide it.
All right, later in the show, I'll give you another one. I think I loaded the camel, the Atlantic City camel one.
All-time favorite one.
All right, I'll tell you what, Izzy, let's take a quick break. And when we get back, I promise Steve Popper of Newsday will join us. He covers the beat for the New York Knicks and NBA for Newsday and Newsday.com. You're listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening with me, John Friedman, Izzy, Chuck. We're all here. Give us a call on the Gotta Go to Mo's call-in line at 800-848-WABC. We'll be right back.
Advertisers trying to reach potential customers in today's fast-paced, technology-driven world are having a difficult, if not impossible, time figuring out how to do so. There are so many options.
Right, but you don't need me now. You're gonna go. Yep, right.
That are available, making it harder than ever for businesses to get their message in front of the right audience. There is a solution, however, and it's called SCG Advertising and Public Relations. SCG is a full-service advertising and public relations agency that can help you navigate through today's chaotic media landscape and reach your potential customer. We help our clients strengthen their relationships, reputations, and brands by integrating your message across the entire media spectrum. The folks at SCG understand the options available to advertisers and work with you to determine the best media plan for your business. So learn more about us by visiting scgadv.com. That's scgadv.com. We'll help you reach your customers. All of them.
Yeah, much to talk about. Even though he sounds like
Right over the Palisades Parkway from Bergen County right into Rockland.
George Washington got around.
Everybody swears that George Washington spent a night in their house, which is impossible.
Well, not necessarily. He was out there many a night.
Oh, sure.
Trying to create this beautiful country we call America.
Oh, he was there many a night.
New for your middays. Curtis and Juliet. Weekdays noon to 3.
Now on Echo devices.
77. What do you think, Marty? Is sponsored by Brown & Brown Metro. They do insurance from homeowners, automotive, workers' compensation, business
The Marty thing was
insurance,
funny.
health, casualty, and life insurance.
I'm telling you, I had a good thing with Marty. That was good. I had a good back and forth.
Call at 973-549-1900. Visit Brown & Brown Metro on the web at bbmetro.com or give them a call at 973-549-1900. Brown & Brown Metro is a proud sponsor of
It's a shame, I just signed up for life insurance. I could have got a Marty.
Diagnostic Services of
It's
Whitney, New
just
Jersey
for the
is in the
policy.
heart of Morris County. And it's your dedicated family neighborhood automotive repair service at the corner of Jefferson and Parsippany Roads in Whippany. They fix engine performance issues, brakes, tune-ups, suspension work, and all general auto repairs. Your car's important to you, and they know it. Go to adsautomotive.com. That's adsautomotive.com. Or give them a call at 973-887-0679. ADS is a proud sponsor of Talking Sports.
Many doctors in the U.S. and Canada have chosen the Back Institute for their own care. Experts in non-traumatic spine surgery. No cutting, no bleeding, no drilling, no scarring. With offices in New York City, Philadelphia, and Beverly Hills, BackInstitute.com offers information about new non-traumatic techniques. Visit Back Institute online at backinstitute.com or give them a call at 800-956-6724. That's 800-956-6724. Back Institute, award-winning spine surgeons and physicians.
All right, we're back. We're talking sports on a Saturday evening. I'm John Friedman, and joining us on the Gotta Go to Mo's call-in line is Steve Popper. He covers the beat of the New York Knicks and the NBA for Newsday and Newsday.com. Steve, welcome to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening.
Hey, how you doing, John?
Great to have you. I know you're in Chicago right now. You were there for the lottery, the draft lottery, and obviously I believe you're there for the combine. And I wanted to ask you, I know you came out with your draft lottery mock draft coming up in June. And I wanted to ask you, when you do that, do you base that on a team's need, best athlete available? How does that work?
On these first ones, this one we shot out as soon as the lottery win, we do the order. It's mostly on kind of where we rank the guys, the players, a little bit less than need. I think as we get closer, we'll kind of determine, if the team is, for example, John Morant is plays for the Memphis Grizzlies at number 2, but they have a great point guard in Mike Conley. They sure do. Right. So you wait and see what's happening. For the around the league, if he would be moved, if they're willing to keep him in place long term, and then they might go in another direction. So that's kind of stuff. Right here, what we really did is kind of more what we feel just the order of players and kind of what we're hearing at the draft here at the lottery. Of kind of how GMs rate these guys.
Got it. So let's just say like in 2 weeks from now, do you think you come out with another one, or you'll just wait and see what happens when the draft happens?
We will come out with another one, and like this one, they'll probably be wrong, but we do our best.
Well, that's the fun of it. I wanted to ask you, you don't know this. I'm born and raised in Atlanta, a huge Atlanta Hawks fan. Do you see a team like Atlanta, for example, or other lottery teams in there maneuvering to move down? You know, Atlanta's got the 8th and 10th pick. Do they take those and try to move down to a guy that they're looking for? Or is there another team out there that may be doing that, like the Knicks? Or do they trade their 3rd pick to maybe get more picks? What do you think about that?
I think that's sort of the thing that we're going to have to see as it gets closer, as they kind of get a feel for who's available. You know, you look at like a team like the Hawks, for example. They could use a player like, he had a rough, his freshman year of college, but Cam Reddish sort of fits all the boxes that they need. You know, a great shooter to put on the floor with Trae Young. Will he be available to them at 8? You're not sure. As you start to get a feel, as you go through these workouts, they kind of, they'll do the big board in the war room and see if they think a guy might be moving up and somebody might be trying to get him, say, at 5 or 6. You try and jump that spot there. And there are teams, I think the Knicks could even be in play for moving backwards, if something like that, like 8 and 10 for the number 3, because they're looking for things that they might be able to package in a deal for Anthony Davis.
All right, so Steve, tell us about Zion. What do you think about him? I know everybody's in love with this guy and almost an automatic. I don't know if there are automatics going into the NBA from college. And he's a young kid. Tell me about him.
Remember Sam Bowie?
Well, I think he is an automatic number 1 overall pick. That's the consensus from everyone you talk to. But I don't think there's a consensus on what he actually is when he gets to the NBA. It's unusual that a guy like this, with a lot of question marks about just what he is the number 1 pick. But look, he's a freakish athlete. 285 pounds and jumps like Michael Jordan. It's crazy to watch. I think what I hear from executives around the league, though, is that there are things they think he will do right away, and it's not the things you usually hear out of a number 1. They think he'll be a guy who can defend at every position on the floor, which is sort of that new age player who can really switch, from a point guard to a center, guard everybody. And he has a very instinctual feel for the game passing the ball. So they think, some people say a comp of like Draymond Green, a guy like that to start out. But we just don't know what he'll do as a scorer. Will he be able to pound inside the way he has in college, against the bigger guys in the league, when it's, Kawhi Leonard guarding him or Giannis Antetokounmpo. Guys who have just, such great length, compared to him who's listed at 6'7", or maybe even a little shorter than that. He's got to get a better shot. He's got to become a better 3-point shooter. But everyone that talks to him says he's a great kid, a hard worker. They think he'll do these things. And I think New Orleans, despite all the rumors, is happy to have him, and I think he'll be fine there.
Oh, I'm sure. And, listen, LeBron James, a lot of them, coming into the league we're not great jump shooters, so that will develop. All right, quickly to get the local taste here. So I don't have your draft in front of me. Who did you have the Knicks at the 3 spot? And then tell us about what do you think about the Knicks in the next 2 years, so to speak? What does the future look like?
Well, on the mock draft that I put out already, almost everybody has put Ja Morant at number 2 and RJ Barrett at the Knicks at 3. But I flip-flopped them because I've talked to some people here who think that when the workouts start and teams bring players in, see them on the floor, put them through some drills with their people, that Morant's size is going to be a little bit of a question. He's listed at 6'3". He's probably closer to 6 foot. RJ Barrett is a guy who really looks the part. He's 6'7", with a long reach. He can shoot it. He's very athletic. He can score inside, outside. He's a guy who set scoring records in the ACC for a freshman, and they think he's going to do that at the NBA level. That he's going to be an elite scorer. So there is a chance that they don't move Conley Jr. at Memphis to grab him at number 2. But most people seem to think that Barrett will fall to the Knicks at 3, and that's where they'll be. Now the thing of that is, talk to 2 years down the road, is I think this all changes based on what's going to happen a week and a half after the draft,
absolutely,
free agency, and that's going to play into what the Knicks do with the pick too. Because if you're getting Kevin Durant, which everyone at the combine here from every team seems to believe is happening, and he brings in a Kyrie Irving with him, maybe getting another rookie is not the way to go, because Durant is going to be 31 next year. He's sort of in his prime still. You don't want to waste years. So there is the rumor and the speculation that they're going to make a play at Anthony Davis, using that number 3 pick and maybe some other young pieces to try and create a big 3 of Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, and maybe a Kyrie Irving.
That's just not fair.
Yeah. Well, considering that you and I might be just 4 and 5 in that starting lineup once the payroll and cap implications take hold. But it would be a drastic change for a team that was the worst team in the league this year. But the consensus around the league seems to be that Durant is going to come to New York. I think I'm talking to other teams that are involved in the chase, expected to make plays at him, and they think it's a done deal already.
Okay, great. So let me ask you a favor. Can after the draft, what is that, June 20th, something like that?
June 20th, yeah.
June 20th. Can you come in studio on Talking Sports on a Saturday night after the draft, and we'll just break it all down? That'd be great if you could.
We'll try and do that, and hopefully it won't be too painful for me from my predictions to what actually takes hold.
All right. Thank you so much, Steve, for joining us, and look forward to talking to you in the future, and enjoy your time in Chicago, and we'll talk to you real soon.
You got it. Thanks for having me.
No problem. That was Steve Popper. He covers the beat for the New York Knicks and the NBA for Newsday at newsday.com. I'm John Friedman. This is Talking Sports. We'll be right back.
Advertisers trying to reach potential customers in today's fast-paced, technology-driven world are having a difficult, if not impossible, time figuring out how to do so. There are so many options, from the traditional media to the practically limitless digital and social platforms that are available, making it harder than ever for businesses to get their message in front of the right audience. There is a solution, however, and it's called SCG Advertising and Public Relations. SCG is a full-service advertising and public relations agency that can help you navigate through today's chaotic media landscape and reach your potential customer. We help our clients strengthen their relationships, reputations, and brands by integrating your message across the entire media spectrum. Okay. The folks at SCG understand the options available to advertisers and will work with you to determine the best creative and media plan for your business. So learn more about us by visiting scgadv.com. That's scgadv.com. We'll help you reach your customers, all of them.
How great was Steve Popper? He broke it down pretty good there, right?
He was great. Yep.
Chuck, you like?
Great spot.
Good, Chuck. Excellent, very excellent. And nice guy too, by the way. I can't wait to get him in studio. Yeah, really nice guy. Gave a good informative thing on the draft, and really neat. As I always tell you guys, by the way, is our buddies over at KRE in Jersey City. They've developed that whole Jersey City, the Columbus Avenue area there, and right now, this week's luxury Jersey City Apartments is a gorgeous 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment home facing south with mesmerizing views of the Statue of Liberty, the marina at Journal Square, and that's ED. This 684 square foot home features an open concept layout with modern design, stainless steel kitchens, quartz countertops, luxuriously appointed bathrooms, central heating and cooling, full-size washer and dryer, and much more. Our leasing office is open 7 days a week, and you can reach us at info@journalsquare.com or give us a call at 201-659-7100 and check out KREandJC.com for even more details. And another one of their beautiful units over there, or apartments, I don't even like to use the word units because these are apartment homes, is a gorgeous 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment home facing south and east with magnificent views of the Statue of Liberty and Manhattan skyline at Journal Square. This 1,071 square foot home features an open concept layout with modern design, stainless steel kitchens, quartz countertops, luxuriously appointed bathrooms, full-size washer and dryer in the apartment, central heating and cooling, and much more. The leasing office there is open. And you can reach more information at info@journalsquare.com or give us a call at 201-659-7100 and check them out also at KREandJC.com for even more details. A few news and notes we didn't talk about from the NFL. No wonder the Cardinals of Arizona were trying to get rid of Patrick Peterson. Do you know why? Anybody? That's right. He's been suspended for at least 6 games going into the NFL season this year. How about that? That didn't come out while they were trying to trying to trade the guy. What else we got? And did you notice the Atlanta Falcons assistant GM, Scott Pioli, stepped down this week? You know, I was watching the Falcons in their boardroom during the, during the draft, all these teams that and they got the GM, Dimitrov is, with Arthur Blank and all these guys and everything. And and you see Scott Pioli kind of in the corner there pouting because he's not part of the situation there. So he is left to go find some early or some other other opportunities in the NFL. And one NHL note that I noticed there, did you know John Davidson is back with the Rangers? He left the Columbus Blue Jackets and is now with the Rangers in the same position. I guess he'll be doing player personnel. So interesting, John. It's been a while. Remember he used to do the games on MSG with Sam Rosen? Yep. Does Sam Rosen still do the games? Does anybody know?
I don't listen. I'm a Devils fan.
I didn't know you were a Devils fan. I had no idea you were a Devils fan. I had no idea. How about that? And they got that. They got the number 1 pick in the draft. Yeah. You got to love that. Anyway, so later in the show, we'll go over Major League Baseball. A lot of things going on. Somebody just whispering in my ear that it looks like the Mets manager may be let go by tomorrow. Kind of interesting. Kind of early for that, isn't it?
Well, they need to find someone to blame.
Right?
It's not really his fault.
It gets back to the silver spoon thing.
Definitely.
Back to the bad decisions. I'll tell you what, we got who's that? We got Leslie in Fort Lee. Leslie, you're on Talking Sports on a Saturday evening. Well, thanks for listening and thanks for calling. What's happening? Okay.
Like Hunter or Derek Cullen would be the better number 3 pick than RJ Barrett.
Mm-hmm.
Because Hunter and Cullen are more polished. They play defense, they can shoot. I don't see that with RJ Barrett. But now, here's the thing. I could see RJ being a good shooter if the coach developed him. I don't trust the Knicks coaching staff because they haven't developed rookies this past season. So to me, I can't get excited about all this. That's why we wanted to win the lottery, because at least we got a polished, ready-to-play player that the coaching staff doesn't have to work on, or the management would have a hard time screwing up. So this is the problem we have with the next year. I mean, we don't trust management. We don't trust coaching. So this is why everybody's upset.
It makes sense because you have the automatic guy, right? At the number 1 pick, you'd have had that, and that wouldn't have taken much brain work involved. But, here's the problem, though. If you make the assumption that you're going to get Durant and you don't get Durant, you still got to build a ball club. I don't think so either, by the way. Obviously, have you seen tonight's game? Oh, it looks like Golden State's about to go up with 3-0 in this game. But go ahead. Sorry about that.
They won.
Yeah. That's one. Number 2, I don't think Kevin Durant wants to make this career play for Dolan. Dolan is such a bad dude that I don't think any player wants to get cleared. I mean, if LeBron James wanted no part of Dolan, what makes anybody think Kevin Durant wants any part of Dolan? Then Dolan presented to LeBron in the summer of 2010 about playing for the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron was so underwhelmed that he just didn't want to play for them.
Right.
What do I think about Kevin Durant? I think Kevin Durant wants to vent. When Dolan got Carmelo Anthony just wanted to play in New York. He just wanted to live in New York.
And get out of Denver. You're right. You're right.
Durant wants to win it all. Kevin Durant either wants to win another championship at Golden State or he wants to establish a legacy regime.
Well, here's the thing also is, Kevin Durant may have learned something from the LeBron going to the Lakers with no personnel and saw what happened. So, New York fans can talk about it, and not to say he won't come, but by saying he's looking at that also and saying, hey, look what happened to LeBron. He went to a team, they weren't any good. And now what? Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I don't think playing in New York matters anymore to these players because these players that were young, they thought the Knicks growing up in 2000. So that itself should be a problem.
I actually think the Knicks should trade that 3 pick and try to get try to get 2 picks in the first round, even if it's a little further up. I really believe that. And that's okay. That you can live with. Yeah, he does. He does. Then he also breaks down a lot. I mean, this year he didn't, but for the most part, he breaks down a lot. Mm-hmm.
Well, we've seen this before, right? We've seen this with the Nets and the Celtics. We saw it with Garnett and Pierce.
Oh,
It
yeah.
doesn't work.
Yeah.
These moves do not, getting these guys in their 30s and giving up, the farm.
That one was the Brooklyn one was. It's amazing Brooklyn rebounded from that.
It is. It is. It's like the Herschel Walker trade. Same thing.
That I agree with you.
Maybe I'm wrong. I just don't trust the coaching staff, and they're obviously going to trade to get Anthony Davis because that's what they got to do.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens. The thing is, Boston has better offers. This could be a sleeper, a team like maybe Denver or maybe Portland or maybe that team that could do what Toronto did in acquiring Kawhi Leonard on a 1-year deal where Leonard could take the team to the next step, and then they can live there if he leaves the agent. That's what I can see with Portland or Denver.
We're going to find out. Leslie, thank you so much for calling. I got to move on because I got callers. I got to get these spots in. But thank you so much for listening. You got it. Talking Sports would like to welcome our new sponsor of the show, Fitness 1440, located in Livingston, New Jersey, at 277 Eisenhower Parkway. Fitness 1440 is here to get you results. From the state-of-the-art equipment to Target 24, the 24-minute full-body circuit, you can depend on them to personally help you achieve your fitness goals. Each and every client is unique, and their personal trainers will design a personal workout that's right for you to achieve your goals. So many options are available to you to help you get in shape, including structured classes and challenges. And if you're in Livingston, West Orange, Florham Park, East Hanover, you just found the best gym out there. Visit them at www.fitness1440nj.com. And while you're there, visit their website, click onto the link for a free trial. And Johnny did, and you see yourself what fitness, or show yourself what Fitness 1440 is all about. Tell them Johnny from Talking Sports sent you there, and give them a call at 992-973-992-1444. Fitness 1440. They'll help you achieve your fitness goals. And I went there this week, and I got my butt kicked. I mean, I got out of there sore, and I keep myself in shape, and I was feeling sore. Izzy, what's happening, buddy?
Not too much, brother. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Izzy, how tall are you? What are you, about 6'9"? 6'5". How come I didn't get that height? I didn't get that height. Chuck, you know I'd have been an NBA player at 6'5".
I gotta see that. I haven't seen that.
Yeah. You got the. All right, I'll tell you what. Let's take a quick break if we can. All right, we got Major League Baseball to talk. We'll break down this Mets situation I just heard of. We'll take a look at the standings, see what's happening out there. We'll take your calls at 800-848-WABC. That's 800-848-WABC. I'm John Friedman. Don't forget, we got another prank call from Jeff coming up. The Camel coming from Atlantic City. It's a good one. We'll be right back.
What do you think,
Marty? Right. Right, now here's what we're going to do. So, when we come back, we'll wait back to the top of the hour. We'll say, yeah, here's that Leslie, I hear him a lot of station. I think he calls Grant or Ron, and I was like, I think he calls, didn't you date the lady he called? Did you do it?
Brown & Brown Metro is a proud sponsor of What Do You Think, Marty? Automated Diagnostic Services of Whippany, New Jersey is in the heart of Morris County, and it's your dedicated family neighborhood automotive repair service at the corner of Jefferson and Parsippany Roads in Whippany. They fix engine performance issues, brakes, tune-ups, suspension work, and all general auto repairs. Your car's important to you, and they know it. Go to adsautomotive.com. That's adsautomotive.com. 973-887-0679. ADS is a proud sponsor of Talking Sports.
Many doctors in the U.S. and Canada have chosen the Back Institute for their own care. Experts in non-traumatic spine surgery, no cutting, no pushing, no drilling, no scarring. With offices in New York City, Philadelphia, and Beverly Hills, BackInstitute.com offers information about non-traumatic techniques. Visit Back Institute online at backinstitute.com or give them a call at 800-956-6724. That's 800-956-6724. Back Institute, award-winning spine surgeons and physicians.
Advertisers trying to reach potential customers in today's fast-paced
Yeah, okay, I'll say a woman
are having a
at another station. Yeah.
impossible time figuring out how to do so. There are so many options, from the traditional media to the practically limitless digital.
I'll say this: I Facebook her and she didn't accept my friendship. What did I do to her?
There is a solution, however, and it's called SCG Advertising and Public Relations. SCG is a full-service advertising and public relations agency that can help you navigate through today's chaotic media landscape and reach your potential customer. We help our clients strengthen their relationships, reputations, and brands by integrating your message across the entire media spectrum. The folks at SCG understand the options available to advertisers and will work with you to determine the best creative and media plan for your business. So learn more about us by visiting scgadv.com. That's scgadv.com. We'll help you reach your customers. All of them.
77 WABC with the new Bernie and Sid in the morning. Mark Levin.
The reason why Pelosi, Nadler dropped totally collusion and picked up obstruction is because obstruction is a horse they had to ride. They had to change the narrative, ladies and gentlemen. Because now they're going to say, well, it doesn't matter if there's collusion or no collusion. None of that matters anymore. You see,
Hey,
the president has been obstructing justice day in and day out. He wants to self-impeach.
The great one, Mark Levin. Weeknight 6 to 9 before John Batchelor.
Now on Echo devices.
77 WABC.
All right, we're back. We're talking sports. We're about 10 minutes away from midnight. I'm John Friedman. We got Izzy behind the glass. We got Chuck. He's going to get us updated on scores. We got our guest, Jeff Lax, is here. We got another one of his pranks coming up. Hey, Chuck, can you get us updated on what's happening in the world of sports? That series is over.
Yeah, so they're up 3-0. Looks like the Warriors are going to go back to the finals. You know, John, they're the only team that could spot a team a half and still win.
It's unbelievable. And by the way, it's another reason why Durant will not be back there next year.
Exactly. He will be in New York.
Right.
So the Pirates are up 6-2 over the Padres in the 9th. Angels are blanking the Royals 5-0 in the 7th. Giants are 4-1 over the Diamondbacks in the 5th. Twins all over the Mariners 12-0 after 4. Earlier today, Rays beat the Yankees 2-1 and 11. White Sox over the Blue Jays 4-1 and 5. Cardinals over the Rangers 8-2. Phillies beat the Rockies 2-1. Indians over the Orioles 4-1. Athletics beat the Tigers 4-1. Reds beat the Dodgers 4-0. Marlins blanked the Mets 2-0. Nationals beat the Cubs 5-2. Astros beat the Red Sox 7-3. And your Braves beat the Brewers 4-3 and 10.
Oh, they're chopping in Atlanta. So, Jeff, you mentioned our last caller.
Yeah.
And he's called, you've heard him call, he calls a lot of stations.
Yeah, he's all over.
That guy, he's a big sports nut. I see him on Twitter. He's a big sports nut.
Yep.
He also, I'm pretty sure he calls another station, a very nice lady. He calls her show religiously, and he back and forth, I think, with her on Twitter. Didn't you date this lady at one point?
Oh, we're gonna do this on the air, John.
Yeah, why not? We're not. And she's a nice lady, but I listened to her, by the way. I friended her on Facebook, and she didn't accept my friendship. What did I do to her?
Yeah. So you and I had an off-the-air conversation about this.
Yeah.
You needled me about this. I'm glad you didn't mention her name.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. She's very good, by the way.
Very, very nice person.
Yeah, knowledgeable, too.
And yeah, it's true in the early days of social media, and I'm also not going to name the person, but we connected on social media, which it's amazing social media, how you can just contact anyone now, and you have a chance. If you're half normal and you're nice and you're friendly, you have a shot.
Well, who wouldn't want to go out with you?
So,
I mean, come on, man.
A lot of people. I don't know how I.
You're like a Casanova.
Yeah, right.
And your wife's a very nice lady. I've only spoken to her briefly, but she's a very nice lady. And she puts up with your nonsense.
She is.
And you're a night owl, too.
Most patient. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, you're a total night owl.
Asleep. Thank God you brought up this other person I dated. I'm very happy she's asleep, I think.
Well, she's not. This other person. The Leslie from Fort Lee, when he reminded me, and then my mind started thinking about how she's very patient with him, and he's a good caller and everything. But she didn't accept my friendship.
Well, I'll tell you something really funny, really quick.
Yeah.
So we went out a few times. We went out like 3 or 4 times. By the way, I don't think she was that into me.
How could that be?
I don't know. I think 3 or 4 times we went out. But you know what was very interesting, John? And again, I'm not going to say who it is, but we went out to a restaurant a couple of times.
Yeah.
And we're just having a regular conversation. And people at the next table overheard, recognized her voice, and wanted to get into like arguments with her.
Really?
It's just an amazing thing. It wasn't like
an argument, or they didn't say, hey, how are you? Can I have your autograph or whatever it was?
No, it was amazing. It was more like, the Mets stink. The Yankees that.
How'd she handle it?
She was exactly the same off the air. You always hear this, and it really is true, as she was, in person.
Well, she's transparent.
Yeah.
That's good.
Same person.
What you see was what you get with me. That's why she should have accepted my friendship.
Here's the thing, John.
Yeah.
This was amazing to me. I thought it was a joke when it happened, but it was not. She treated me on the dates the same way she treated callers on the station. So if I said something wrong,
that's funny.
She would go into a rant. Like, tell me how wrong I was, why I was wrong. The only thing missing was a button to hang up on it.
Oh, that's funny. So, this dates go on. It's the third date or whatever, and you get into the awkward taking her home.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So, you approached it wrong.
I did.
Yeah.
I don't want to say much. But I did. I definitely did. The off-the-air conversations should stay off the air. But no, it's true. She was a great, great person. I had a wonderful time with her.
And she's very good.
And there were times on the date I felt like she wanted to hang up on me, but couldn't. And, that was it. It was a good experience, though.
The matter of fact, I had done a show. Oh, no, I was out at a hockey game. This was actually on my birthday. I went to a hockey game. It was actually an Islander game. And she had somebody on from the New Orleans, it was somebody from one of the publications, whatever, previewing the New Orleans Saints game that they lost to the Rams in, by the way, at home. So I'm just like, and she, they're back and forth, whatever. I'm just, as you know, as an Atlanta Falcon fan, I hate the Rams. I hate the Saints. I still, by the way, that was not a penalty. Not even close. Wasn't a penalty. So anyway, I just hear this interviewer here, and they were kind of both her and the guy were chummy on the Saints, whatever. So I got a lot of pleasure, besides that the Saints lost, I just got a lot of pleasure that happened. And think what else here. All right, so when we get back, which we're about to hit midnight, and when we get back, we got to find a restaurant after the show at 12:30. My daughter told me there's a nice kosher restaurant
at 2 a.m.
No, she says it's open like all the time, like 4 a.m. in Midtown, whatever. She was going to text me and tell me what it was, but maybe I'll just grab a slice or something anyway. All right, we'll take a quick break. We got news on the top of the hour. Izzy, what's happening?
Not too much, Pat. Actually, if you want to talk a little bit more, you have a little bit more time.
We got a little bit more time. I should have read a spot there. You know what? Let me get. You know what? Let's do that. Turn that down. Let's turn that down for a minute. Johnny is all discombobulated. I'll tell you what. Let me find something here because we got to take care of our sponsors because I can't be here without them. Let's hit the Modell's music. You got to go to Modell's. Stay big every week at Modell's. Visit your local store for special unadvertised deals. Shop all kinds of styles and brands from brands you love like Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, Champion, Unipro, and much more. Are you an athlete gearing up for the season? We've got you covered for every sport. Whether it's your first time playing or you're a seasoned veteran like Johnny, Modell's is the place to go. But wait, what about professional sports? Don't worry, we've got you covered there too. Whether you're the casual or diehard sports fan, we've got jerseys, tees, hats, and much more. Modell's, you gotta go to Mo's. All right, Izzy, let's hit the show music. There we go. All right, when we get back, we'll take your calls. We still got some Major League Baseball stuff to go over. Looks like the Mets manager might be getting canned here in the next 2 days. You're listening to Talking Sports on a Sunday morning with me, John Friedman. Give us a call on the Gotta Go to Mo's call-in line at 800-848-WABC. We'll be right back.
Advertisers trying to reach potential customers in today's fast-paced, technology-driven world are having a difficult, if not impossible, time figuring out how to do so. There are so many options, from the traditional media to the practically limitless digital and social platforms that are available, making it harder than ever for businesses to get their message in front of the right audience. There is a solution, however, and it's called SCG Advertising and Public Relations. SCG is a full-service advertising and public relations agency that can help you navigate through today's chaotic media landscape and reach your potential customer. We help our clients strengthen their relationships, reputations, and brands by integrating your message across the entire media spectrum. The folks at SCG understand the options available to advertisers and will work with you to determine the best creative and media plan for your business. So learn more about us by visiting scgadv.com. That's scgadv.com. We'll help you reach your customers, all of them.
In matters of faith, everything matters. This is Rabbi Joseph Batasnik from Religion Online, and I'd like to welcome Reverend A.R. Bernard to 77 WABC. 35 years, same job, same place.
This one.
This guy?
The Reverend, the Rabbi.
And the Rabbi. Remember,
Yeah, all right, so we're going to come back. I'm going to talk for a few minutes. I'm going to do something soup show, even though we don't need to. And then you're going to watch the call. We're going to talk about the camel. And we're going to go into the camel.
WABCRadio.com. Log on. Get more. WABCRadio.com. TheNJDiet.com studios. 77 WABC, New York.
A lot nicer than 970, huh?
Oh, yeah. Except little things like this, though, bothers me. I was listening to a promo they had with Sid and Bernie, and they were talking about how, the Cohen recorded last week, and Bernie says, they're bending over backwards for this guy, and that's not a prison joke.
I saw that coming from a mile away. Nice sneakers, by the way.
You like these?
What are those? Yeah.
$20 Marshalls.
Really?
I'm crazy about sneakers.
Not
They're
Modell's.
cost, and I'm at the home. But I probably went there first. I'll go to Modell's, I'll go to Marshalls, and I'll go to Burlington. Burlington Coat Factory has dress shoes that are last year stuff, that good stuff. I won't spend money on sneakers. I love sneakers.
No, those are great
But I don't whatchamacallit. I don't whatchamacallit. I won't spend. My kids, Dad, look at these. I got $170. I'm like, are you out of your mind? When I was a kid, we didn't have a choice. You got Keds, you got,
Reebok, Nike.
no, we got $13, you know, the canvas ones, you know, All Stars or whatever. No, the Converse All Stars, you know, that's all we got. There was no debating.
My students have no money and they're buying $500 new sneakers. I don't know how they even do it.
It's like ridiculous.
Yeah, and they paid extra to get the
Well, they put them on the credit card and they pay the interest on it.
It's really like scary, actually.
46-year-old Clarissa Figueroa and her
But
daughter
just walking in here, you walk through that street guy here. I mean,
right?
970, you're walking, there's homeless people and you're walking in the building.
Back when I left, I didn't even stay for a fella. I left. I just left, you know? And all I was like, please, tunnel, please, whatever, I got in quickly. I have a coupon for $15 for 10 hours for a place.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are your tax problems keeping you up at night?
I can't take the pass. There's a transfer of the pass right now at one of the stations. I wouldn't got here on time. I can't chance it.
37 minutes by LA.
How long?
37 minutes.
That's awesome.
The problem is leaving. There's only one train every like hour.
What time did you look to see what time I leave?
Coast One Tax Group helps people.
Don't feel pressure to eat or whatever.
No, I'll go with you anywhere.
Not if you're going to miss a train. You don't need to wait an hour to miss it.
Hey guys, coming back to you in about 30 seconds.
Okay.
30 seconds out.
Call Coast One Tax Group now at 888-337-6949.
Oh,
a 10-minute call could save 93% or more. So who are you going to call? Coast One Tax Group, that's who. See how much you can save. The consultation is always free. What are you waiting for? Relieve your tax stress today. Call Coast One Tax Group at 888-337-6949. That's 888-337-6949.
Get in the hole! It's the moment.
One of the greatest sporting moments I have ever witnessed.
It's the excitement.
Just have to suck up and hit shots.
It's the PGA Championship at Bethpage. Go inside the ropes on Sid Sports Sunday. Live from the first tee at the final round. It's like that when the PGA Championship comes to town. 77 WABC.
All right, we're back. We're talking sports. It's a Sunday morning. John Friedman, Izzy. We got Chuck behind the glass. We got our guest host, Jeff, is with us tonight. And by the way, tomorrow morning, Sid will be what do they call that show? Sid Sports Sunday. He'll be from Bethpage tomorrow morning. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. This guy has Kepka has a 7-stroke lead. It looks like he may cruise into Sunday. I'll tell you what, Chuck, why don't you, if you don't mind, get us for, I think, probably the last time tonight, get us updated on what's happening in Major League Baseball, and how about the Golden State Warriors?
Well, Johnny, as I mentioned before, the Warriors came back and they won, so that series is now 3-0, so it's pretty much over, so to say.
No, it's over.
The Pirates are up 7-2 in the bottom of the ninth over the Padres. Angels are blanking the Royals 5-0. Giants are up 6-2 over the Diamondbacks. Twins all over the Mariners, 15-0. Earlier today, Rays beat the Yankees 2-1 and 11. White Sox beat the Blue Jays 4-1 in a rain-shortened 5-inning game. Cardinals over the Rangers 8-2. Phillies over the Rockies 2-1. Indians over the Orioles 4-1. Athletics beat the Tigers 4-1. Reds blanked the Dodgers 4-0. Marlins beat the Mets 2-0. Nationals over the Cubs 5-2. Astros beat the Red Sox 7-3. And your Braves beat the Brewers 4-3 and 10.
Now, I didn't hear one score there. What was the Philly? What did they do tonight?
The Phillies won 2-1.
Darn it. All right.
Bryce Harper hit a home run, and Aaron went like 6 innings and struck out 12.
Wow, that's a pretty good night.
Yeah, very good. A very good day for them.
Very good. And I wasn't paying. What did the Yankees do today? Yankees are
lost in 11.
Now. Are they still in first place? Now they're half game. Yankees are unbelievable, by the way. They get it all out of everybody. Next man up kind of situation.
The Mets were the team that was supposed to have depth. It's the Yankees who has the depth.
It's unbelievable.
I mean, who is this Gio guy, Urshela? Who is he?
Go ahead.
CC Spatio said today that Giovanni Urshela is the best third baseman that has ever played behind him.
Oh, behind him, yeah.
Who is he? He's not a kid.
He was with the Indians for a while, and then they just got rid of him. They gave him to the Blue Jays for nothing. And then last summer, the Yankees acquired him for a bucket of baseballs.
Right.
And now he's the hottest guy in New York City.
And by the way, the Mets got 1 hit tonight. 1.
Over the Marlins?
1 hit.
Wow, that's good. That is going to get the guy fired.
Yeah,
That's going to get the guy fired. I tell you, the National League Central is a great division. I'm looking at that with Chicago, Milwaukee, and St. Louis, and even Pittsburgh only 4.5 back. You've got the National League East, which I thought, I'm one in the Mets corner, by the way. I said it all early. They've got good starting pitching, which has not been very good. And I thought we'd get a little bit more out of the Mets, and it's just like not looking like that's the deal. It's strange. I don't know what the deal is. That's why you got to play the games. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's early. Anything can happen. By the way, one note I didn't talk about, which was sad from the NFL. Did you see who passed away this week? Gunther Cunningham passed away. He was a head coach at one point with the Chiefs, I believe. He was an assistant coach for years upon years. He was the head coach of the Chiefs and the defensive coordinator with the Lions. Been around the NFL for a really long time. He's supposed to be, like an elder statesman kind of guy in the NFL. And just sad to see he died of it looks like lung cancer. My family and I are deeply saddened. This is from the Clark Hunt. My family and I are deeply saddened to hear the news of Gunther's passing. Chief CEO Clark Hunt said in a statement, during his 9 seasons as defensive coordinator and 2 as the head coach of the Kansas City Chiefs, he led some of the most feared defenses in our franchise history with his energetic and motivating coaching style. So that's sad when a lifer kind of guy in the NFL goes. Didn't know he was sick, but he's got a heck of a reputation in the NFL. So sorry to hear that. All right, Jeff, I'll tell you what, we got one more prank of Jeff's. Jeff, go ahead, set it up for us in regards to this one. This one I love. I heard this one really funny. Set that up for us.
First of all, thank you so much for having me on tonight.
Love it. I love it. Love it.
You having me on and running my pranks. This one is my all-time favorite, no question about it. And stick around for the payoff at the end because they thought they hung up on me, and you can actually hear the conversation they were having about me.
It's funny.
I was trying to get a camel onto a bus that goes to Atlantic City from right here, from
Port Authority. Yeah.
And they wouldn't let me on. The story I made up was that they wouldn't let me on the bus with the camel, and that's the premise for the call.
All right, Izzy, let's hit that thing.
Bring my animal, they do not let me on, and I'm very upset. What kind of animal was it? It was a small camel. You brought a baby camel on the bus? Small, very small camel. Sir, we don't allow pets. Camels. We don't allow animals on the bus unless it's a CNI dog. But that is ridiculous. I need the that's the policy, sir. But I have ticket, and the camel got upset. I understand, sir. I'm sorry. We don't let any exotic animals on the bus. It's not exotic. It's my pet. Not just me. I have tickets for the camel also. I bought 2 tickets. You bought a ticket for the camel? Yes. The camel is like person. His name is Inca. It's not like animal. Yeah, but it's an animal reality. It's not a person. No, in my country, they treat like pets, but that's your country. This is America, sir. We don't let animals on the bus. But I do not understand it. It's not even a real animal. It's not a real animal? No. What is it then? It is stuffed. It's not a lie. You think I'm crazy, man, that I bring a live camel on bus? It is stuffed. Well, how big is the stuffed camel? I do not measure it, but it's not alive. You think camel is grazing on bus? All right, now we're on the same page. I'm thinking you had a real camel, a baby camel in the bus. What the hell crazy person bring a real live animal on bus? That is not normal. People are blind. Yeah. So look, blind people bring camels to help them walk? What kind of country is this? Okay. I do not understand why you not let me on bus with stuffed camel. So it's not a live camel? Of course not. You made it seem like it was alive. It's a toy, sir. It's not a toy. It used to be my pet, but it is not alive anymore. Yes! I buy a ticket so you can sit next to me on the seat. What a ticket for that? Yes! Ticket for me and one for Inca. I didn't know that it was not alive. I thought it was a live camel. Well, she used to be alive. Oh, died last August. Sorry to hear that. But how much costs a ticket for camel normally? Sir, we never. How much the ticket? The ticket costs the same price you paid. Camel costs same price as human? Yes. Why? Why? Because it's a seat. It's occupying a seat. But it is not even alive. Then it shouldn't be on the bus. Can I send the camel separately? Like put it on bus before and I go on different bus? Why? What's the big deal? Because one guy in back of me hit the camel when I tried to get on. He said, get off with this thing. It smelled a little bit. Sir, go to the Port Authority and see the dispatcher. And I should bring Yinka with me. Yeah, bring him with you. She, not he. Yeah, bring she with you. And they will for sure you let me on? It doesn't smell anything, does it? Yes, the camel smells very bad. Let's go to the port. But he's going to yell at me again like last time. Who's going to yell at you? Can you give me a note that I can bring Yinka? I will not write you. I can't write you a note. But he hates me from last time. He told me to get that with smelly camel. Fix the camel. Fix the camel. He will yell at me again. Now, look, I have to go. Go to the Port Authority, talk to the dispatcher, have him call me, and the camel will be allowed. Yes, if you pay for the ticket for the camel, we will be allowed. And the camel costs the same price, so I have to use the regular ticket? Yes. Okay. Thank you for your help. I love you very much. Okay. Okay. I love you very much. Wait, you are still there? I swear to God, I'm still there. You want to send him $7 now? First, you wanted with him. You wanted with him. That was the separate one. Follow this. You want to put a camera on a bus. And he said, yes, so very bad. That's why everybody's here. I am still here. But then he wanted the other story. Then he wants it, I don't understand, he wants it on another part.
1 minute out.
Now, okay, wait a minute. I'm crazy about that. That's I have a package on the Hello, Jeremy. Hi, I am still on. I heard the whole conversation you have with your friend. Okay, but you make fun of me. That's not so nice. I heard the whole conversation. You forget to hang up, and then you make fun of me. This is the first time we ever got a phone call like this, and we're trying.
About 20 seconds.
But you hurt my feelings to make fun of me like that. We're not hurting your feelings. I'm sorry. Can I just tell you one thing? Okay. I'm a Canadian in New York named Jeff, and this is a phone scam, and you've been very good. Thank you.
Back in 10?
That's great. The best part of it was you tried to hang up on me, and then I heard the whole conversation you had with your buddy. It was the whole thing.
That's funny stuff, Jeff. I mean, again, I don't know how you keep it together.
It's tough. The best part about that call is actually did not make to have a CD that anybody could buy on iTunes or whatever. But after the call, I had a whole discussion with those guys.
Even after what we heard.
So yeah, I had to edit it out because it was like 15 minutes. They thought it was hilarious. They were laughing the whole time, and that's the best part. When you get the payoff at the end, that's the best. That's what I'm going for. It doesn't always work out that way. You get people to hang up on you, and I got lucky there because they tried to hang up on me, but it was a switchboard, so I had to hang up two to get cut off, and so we heard the whole conversation. That was just probably the best call that I ever did.
That's good stuff. I mean, that's just really, really good stuff. Talking Sports would like to welcome our new sponsor to the show, Fitness 1440, located in Livingston, New Jersey, at 277 Eisenhower Parkway. Fitness 1440 is here to get you results from the state-of-the-art equipment to the Target 24, the ultimate 24-minute full-body circuit. You can depend on them to personally help you achieve your fitness goals. Each and every client is unique, and their personal trainers will design a personalized workout that is right for you to achieve your goals. So many options are available to you to help you get in shape, including structured classes and challenges. If you're in Livingston, West Orange, Florham Park, East Hanover, you just found the best gym out there. And visit them online at www.fitness1440nj.com. And while you're on their website, click on the link for the free trial and see yourself what Fitness 144 is all about. Tell them Johnny from Talking Sports sent you there, or give them a call at 973-992-1444. Fitness 1440. They'll help you achieve your fitness goals. And don't forget about our friends in Jersey City with beautiful apartments over there, all new construction, beautiful. This week's luxury Jersey City Apartments is a gorgeous one-bedroom, one-bath apartment home facing north, overlooking Jersey City with a beautiful view of the Manhattan skyline at Jersey Square. This 652 square foot home An open concept layout with modern design, stainless steel kitchens, quartz countertops, luxuriously appointed bathrooms, full-size washer and dryer. You get a washer and dryer in an apartment. It's wonderful. You don't have to go to a central apartment place in the building. And then you got your own right there in the unit. Central heating and cooling and much more. Visit the leasing office 7 days a week, and you can reach them at info@journaledsquare.com or give them a call at 201-659-7100 or check them out at KRENJC.com for even more details. So our great friends over at KRE in Jersey City, if you're looking for a brand new luxury apartment, they developed that whole area there and just beautiful. I viewed all of these apartments and they are absolutely gorgeous. So getting back to baseball, guys, the Giants, the San Francisco Giants, are they going to start trading pitching away here? You know, and what about the other guy they got from Kansas City who played for Cincinnati? Yeah. Oh, he is. Oh, jeez. Matt, who's going to try to get this guy? Don't tell me the Yankees are going to go get this guy. Yeah. Well, Paxton, is he going to be back soon? Yeah. The same thing with him with the shoulder or whatever?
No, he actually got hit in the shin with a ball today.
Ow.
Yeah, so he had to come out of the game.
Speaking of shins, how's your shin? You know, Chuck likes to get behind he's an umpire at times. How you doing with that?
I'm actually doing quite better.
Oh, good.
But I took a ball off the arm the other day, so now I have a small bruise in my arm. It's terrible.
Behind the plate?
Yeah.
You know, when are we going to get to hear your third call, you got caught looking call? But, I mean, you don't switch those up. It's always the same, is it? Does it piss off the player? Because that's when it's good. No, you don't. I like a good third call strike. You know, you get the whole big thing going there where the guy turns around like pissed off. Oh, then that's good. That's really good. Except the mother or whatever whose son you did that to.
So this is no offense to any moms out there, but some of the mothers are terrible.
Ah.
They always argue, and they always think that they know the rules, but they're wrong.
You know what the best call is in the most that comes out of Little League baseball? Good eye.
Yeah.
It's always good eye. Well, it's that way in all sports, I think, now.
But now, like I was never like a really good player. I was like average, but like compared to now, some of these kids just stink.
Oh, you're saying they're worse now?
No, they're bad now.
Really?
Really bad. Like it's scary how bad these kids are.
Or well, let me ask you something. Or maybe you thought you guys were really good back in the day?
No. Like these kids, you know what it is that these parents don't take the time to actually go out there and like play with their kids.
Yeah, it's like babysitting for them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they come to the games, they drop off their kids, they go down to Starbucks or something, they get their coffee, and 2 hours later they come back to pick up their kids.
See, I don't think that's what it is. I have two little kids in Little League.
Yeah.
A 5 and a 7-year-old. My 5-year-old is actually a superb athlete.
He is. I've seen him play soccer.
He ran to third base. He got a hit and he ran to third base. So I have to run on. I'm not sure if everyone was angry at me. I think, you know what I think it is, Charles? I really think that it's the no attention span generation. When I was a kid, I was telling my wife.
Line drive, base hit, he's off to third.
One of the most embarrassing moments, by the way, of my parenthood. But when I was a kid, Charles and John, all I did was watch baseball. I ate baseball. I slept baseball. I dreamed baseball. I slept with my first glove. I remember it was under my pillow.
Wow.
These kids nowadays are jumping around from video games to TV. I didn't have cable when I was a kid.
But you know what? That's on the parents. My parents, when I was a kid, get out of here, get outside.
You go to City Field.
My parents had kicked me out. It's 105 degrees in humid Atlanta. Go outside.
Hey, me too. Me too. They left us outside for the day. Fend for yourself. Come home alive or happy.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Hey, have you been injured in a car accident or a construction accident? Have you had a slip and fall accident? Has a relative been injured involved in a nursing home abuse? You hear about that all the time. With over 25 years of personal injury law, the offices of Stephen I. Fried has won millions of dollars for their clients. And best of all, there's no cost to you unless you win or settle your case. Get the personal attention you need with your injury case with Stephen I. Fried, with offices in Manhattan and the Bronx. Visit the law offices of Stephen I. Fried online at siflaw.com. That's siflaw.com, or give them a call at 212-964-5777. That's 212-964-5777. Stephen I. Fried, New York's premier personal injury attorney. So anyway, and lastly with the Yankees, Kendrick Morales, is he playing? Is he helping? What's the deal?
Yes, he is. He is the first home run as a Yankee the other night.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm not really a big fan of him.
They didn't give us anything for him.
No,
right.
Not at all.
Interesting.
So you know what it is? It's just another guy to hold the spot because Stan should be back within a couple of weeks. He actually starts a rehab assignment Monday. And Gregorius should be back in like the middle of June. So
That's the key guy right there. Think about that. Think about what the Yankees have gone through. They've missed so many guys, and they just keep doing it. And then the Mets are healthy and can't get it done.
The Yankees have crazy depth. It's not normal.
But you know what? When the Mets signed these guys for the bullpen, by the way, we all thought they were good moves. Everybody said, "Oh, that was a great move."
Familia?
What? No, and the guy from Seattle they got.
Oh, Diaz, yeah.
Right.
But you see, I think
That was a really good move.
They spent money the wrong way. They
Definitely.
decided to take on the contract of a Robinson Cano who is past his prime and doesn't really help the ball club.
Ridiculous.
Mm.
$20 million.
So
The Mets should have just blew it up and just rebuilt because they
Well-
were a mediocre team and they tried to make that better, but they're still a mediocre team.
So and now the GM's going to say he's not my guy, right? I didn't hire
You
him.
can't say that. Because
He didn't hire him. He didn't hire the manager. Yeah.
Callaway. I didn't even know.
No, Callaway. He's going to say I didn't hire the guy.
Right. That's the thing. You hire a mediocre manager. You don't get the players you need. The Mets did it half-assed, right? Because they didn't blow it up like Charles said. But then they went half-assed. You go and get Cano with 36, right? You build the team sort of halfway. They didn't get. By the way, Cagle is still out there. Kimbrel is still out there. Well, I don't know why these guys are still out there. By the way. But
Interesting.
The Mets didn't make one single really big move that would actually help them. The Cano thing, I agree with Charles. $20 million for the next 5 years. That is a disaster.
Maybe they'll get rid of that contract because they're out of it. You know, to somebody. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So with the Mets, they had the opportunity to rebuild their home farm system. They had Jared Klenick, who was probably going to be a really good player should he reach his potential. They should just build around him. You had Jacob deGrom coming off a career year, one that is probably one of the best seasons in.
And just signed him to a lot of money.
Why would you sign him when you could have traded him
I
and
agree.
got like
Totally
3
agree.
to 4 really top prospects and really built up this team?
Now
for
and
like 20.
and that's on the new GM.
Totally agree.
Because you know what's gonna
100%.
happen? You know what's going to happen is Max is going to have all his injuries, as always. Then you have Wheeler, who's a free agent at the end of the year. They're probably not going to sign him. So you extend DeGrom, and are you really going to compete with him pitching at this level? I mean, I believe he's already 31, I think. So by the time that he starts to go downhill, you're going to have to blow it up anyways, and you're going to go through another long.
And they can't trade him now.
Guess what?
I mean, who's going to take that contract?
Guess what? He's already going down. I hate to say it. When people say it's early. To
What's
say
his
it.
ERA? Anybody know what his ERA
He's
is?
almost 4 now.
4. Wow.
I don't know his ERA, but I know he got hit around last night.
And Wheeler hadn't been pitching well either. I was kind of hoping he'd
Well, he got
come.
bombed the other night.
Yeah, he's. I thought he had a great second half last year, so I was hoping that he'd come through. So again, though, and I say it all the time, it's early. It's May. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to turn this thing around, but I don't like to look at things in May and make decisions. I just don't like to do that, But come June, it gets to be late June, and they're struggling. And right now, I don't know how many games they're out. What are they? 4 games out right now with Philly and Atlanta.
Well, I think that now because they lost Philly and Atlanta 1-0, they're like 5.5.
All right. I think firing the managers, I don't know. They say he is not a great manager and what have you, but, sometimes, he didn't get the groceries. He doesn't bring in the groceries. So and they're not going to fire the GM, obviously. They just brought him in. So, it's what Marty talked about earlier tonight. He talked about these guys, these owners that don't work. They make decisions that are, they have silver spoons in their mouths, and they don't make decisions. And then when they make these decisions, maybe they're not the right decisions.
And also the team's lifeless. You have a guy like Robson, who's supposed to be a leader, and he's getting attacked by the media for not running out ground balls and whatnot. So you already have that. And you also have guys like Conforto and McNeil and Nimmo who never took that next step to further elevate their game.
But Cano has not been running out balls for 15 years. Exactly. This is nothing new.
Yeah.
Right.
How about get a hit?
Right.
Get a hit.
So, I mean, if you really look at it, Robinson Cano was their big bat.
And by the way, the Yankees made a right decision, right? They didn't re-sign him.
They did.
Well, that was also because he wanted 10 years.
I got it, but they didn't. Right, exactly. The Mets would have. So let's talk about tomorrow. It's Sunday. Izzy, what you got going tomorrow?
Not too much, actually, my friend. Just going to be probably just hanging out around the house, just getting a few chores done.
All right, Chuck.
I got softball tomorrow afternoon.
Nice. And you have afternoons. They're not morning games, or?
Well, the first game starts at I believe 11. So it's kind of like that late morning, early afternoon.
And how's the baby? Jeff Chuck just became a father.
Congratulations, Chuck.
Thank you. She actually turns 1 month old.
Wow.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And how's the mom?
She's doing well.
Good.
It was a couple of rough weeks, but now she's back on her feet doing her thing.
Nice. Jeff, what do you got going tomorrow?
I got to point my kids in the right direction towards first base. Little league games.
I would have loved to have seen that. I got a story to tell you real quickly. So last week, you guys know I was in Arizona. Izzy, Chuck, you guys did a great job while I was there. And so my sister drives me to Phoenix from Tucson, early Sunday morning. And I get there, and they immediately say your flight's delayed an hour or whatever. Now, some parts of me, Johnny's thinking the Atlanta Braves are in town, and I'm thinking, you know what? And remember, we had storms here last Sunday. And Newark was backed up and everything. And I'm like, you know what? At worst, if they just do me a favor, don't delay us here. If you're going to delay us and it's going to be hour, cancel the flight. I'll put my shorts on. I'll head over whatever the name of that field is over in Arizona and go watch the Braves play, who took 3 out of 4 last week from them. And so anyway, so that was my Sunday. Flew back or whatever. It was with my whatever. Tomorrow I'm going to head over to Fitness 1440, get my butt kicked over there. I'll ride my bike. I'll take I'll walk with my wife. So it should be a nice kind of relaxing day. So anyway, I hope everybody, Jeff, thanks for coming in tonight. It was great. All you guys. So let's hit that thing there. Looks like we're coming to the end of this week's show. As always, I hope your team wins. I want to thank Bruce, Izzy, Jeff, and Charles behind the glass and making it happen. I want to thank our sponsors. I want to thank our callers. And I especially want to thank you, the listeners. You've been listening to Talking Sports on a Saturday evening. I'm John Friedman. Have a great week, everybody.
Advertisers trying to reach potential customers in today's fast-paced, technology-driven world are having a difficult, if not